My first question to you is, do you think black women should be in positions of power? Why or why not?
Yeah, I think they're very unappreciated and their voice means a lot. Like, they have a lot of power, more power than people think.
Okay.
I definitely do, because they're just like anybody else. They're humans, and they can be in a leadership position, and they can influence anybody. Like, they can influence the other young black girls.
Okay. I think they should be able to have control over anything like BSC. Because I just don't think it's fair just for men to have power, like of a business or something. Everyone should have power of something.
Of course they should. All women should be able to be in positions of power.
Of course, I think they should be in position of leadership because without black women, we wouldn't have nobody else around us. So I definitely think they're underrated and unappreciated.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Just as long as they have just good leadership qualities, and see.
Equality should be for everyone, regardless of your skin color or if you're male or female. I don't know.
Sure, they should be in positions of leadership. You heard of Queen Latifah. You heard of Cleopatra. You heard Cleopatra was so bad that she brought down Rome. She had Caesar and Mark Antony at her feet. Caesar said, "What can I give you? What kind of gift can I give you?" She said, "What can you give me that Egypt has not already given me?" So yes, you guys could be in a position of power.
Okay. My second question to you is, what is your perception of black women?
I don't know. The other people usually have a perception of black women as being like loud or disrespectful or whatever. I don't believe that. I mean, just as long as they don't present themselves that way or like at first glance, then they're just regular people, you know?
Black women.
Of black women, they're powerful, of course. They've been through a lot throughout their lives, and I feel like there's nothing like a black woman, in my opinion. Growing up and especially growing up around them and seeing how powerful they actually are and what they're capable of.
Growing up, I've always thought black women were strong, and then I got older and realized there are many types of women, and any woman can be strong. It just depends on I believe how she is raised and how she thinks.
She's had a man child. She taught him to be very subservient and not to look at the master so she could save his life. But if she had a woman child, she taught her to be very independent because the man could not protect her. This is why the black woman has this tendency to be so aggressive and forthcoming. And if you go to most businesses, they will have a black woman sitting up there that you got to get past her before you can see anyone else. The black woman is the most powerful woman. And the only free people in this country is a black woman and a colonial man, which is white. You can say something to a colonial that would get me and this brother killed.
To me, they're queens. It might sound cliche, but that's what they really are. Out of all the races, they go through the much things as women. They go through more struggle, more problems, but you wouldn't be able to tell it unless they told you so. I definitely hold them up to it.
Yeah, same thing. He keeps taking the words right out my mouth.
My third question to you is, how do you see yourself as a black woman?
Well, when people see me, it's like, I don't know, because of the color of my skin, they feel like I shouldn't be sometimes called a black woman, but I feel like anybody that has any black in them is a black woman, and I feel like we're not appreciated as much, like, because people look at other races and think they have more power than us, but I feel like I have a lot of power, basically.
The next question is,
Diverse, strong as well. I think those are my two questions.
Me, I think I am strong. I have a lot of opinions about a lot of things. Shy, but strong. Shy and strong. I'll go with that.
Okay, that's good.
I just think, I don't know, I embrace it. It's just great.
Okay. Next question to you is, what black women do you look up to and why?
I look up to my grandma. The simple fact that she raised my mom. She raised 6 children of her own, and she pretty much had the help of my grandfather, but you know, it's all the mothers they take in the household. That's how I think.
Of course, family members, my grandma, because she has a big influence on my life. She's basically the one who raised me. And just the black women that are representing for the other black women.
Okay.
I look up to my mom because she had me at a young age. She dropped out of high school, but she still managed, and I'm still doing what I'm doing. So I look up to her because she's strong.
I don't really have anybody I don't really have any black women that I look up to. There's just some strong black men out there that appeal to me, and they show their leadership qualities to me, and that's what I look up. That's who I look up to.
I look up to my mom as well because she taught me a lot of things in life that I couldn't have learned from anybody else.
Okay, and my last question for you all is, what do you think black women have to offer the world, community, etc.? Well, that's all the questions. Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you.
I'll have to say my mom. Because, like, she's gone so far.
Look at the Cleopatra. Let's go back to the history. When they came and destroyed Egypt and she started crying, everything I'm saying you guys can look up in the history books. And she said, they're stealing my pearls. People thought she was talking about jewelry. No, she was talking about her libraries. And we attribute Socrates and Aristotle to all this great knowledge. If they really knew that knowledge, they would have to live 500 years each or more. They got the knowledge from Egypt out of the libraries, and once again, like they always do, claimed it to be their own.
What do you think black women have to offer the world, community, etc.?
Black women have a lot to offer. I think they can offer leadership. They can offer like a strong role for not even women, but for men too. I think they can offer guidance for their children, for their marriage. It just goes on and on. Like most likely, I feel like black women can guide more because they're strong. They have that power.
Everything, style, care, everything.
Love,
Everything.
power.
Whatever they can offer, it's a matter of like what they have to give to the world. No one really knows what they have to offer the world unless they show what they can offer the world.
Everything. They're so talented and powerful and smart. They have everything to offer the world.
Okay, well, thank you for your time. That's it. Next week we're having a song.
First off, black women are going to have to start helping their black men to understand the strength that they possess and work on not being as critical as you guys are of your black man. Because you have to understand, it hurts our heart when we're not able to provide for our families, but racism is not just in the police department, it's in these institutions. If I go to a job and I can't get the job simply because of my color, but you tell me I didn't get the job because I didn't qualify, but yet I'm outstanding, or you tell me with the new techniques they're using now, which is the life scan, that I can't get the job, but a colonial, he can do the same thing I've done, and we talk about it over the water cooler, or he come to my job, after he shit, shower, and shave, excuse my French, 6 months later, he's my supervisor. So black women have to help, and I'm not talking about a male, I'm talking about a man. There's a difference between a man and a male.
Right.
So black women have to take it upon themselves to help raise these boys into men and to support their man. Because when he come home from these battles out here, he's been whooped on, I don't care what level he's on, they've been beating on his mind mentally and spiritually all day. Superman is the baddest superhero you have in comic books, but he has a fortress of solitude. So if a black man can't come home to his wife and his family and have a nurturing fortress of solitude so he can regenerate who he is, we will never stand or never survive.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
If you have